Welcome, welcome. You guys all hear me? I'm about to pour. Splash down and ruin our wood floor. It's about to be never again. Let me know where you're watching from. We are in Grand Junction, Colorado. The best side of the state, the prettiest side. This is my T-bar. It's been around the world. It's kind of like the village bicycle. It's been used more than Trump's ex-girlfriends. Except I don't have a non-compete signed against this. Washington? I'm jealous. Idaho. We're out in Idaho. I was born up there. I was born in St. Mary's, way up north. I love your state. All right, as you guys can all see, obviously, is there epoxy on the wall? Yes, there is. This is just my office. We've poured this floor now probably over 10 times. We just do it for fun. And I am still putting baseboards in here anyways. And as you can see, a little splashed epoxy just where the baseboard goes isn't really hurting anything. Preston, way up yonder, huh? Hell yeah, you need to do this to your photography studio floor. Well, I don't know. Wait till you see what I do, because this could be, you could be like, wait a second, this guy just wrecked his floors. We don't want to do that. Prep the wood for flooring epoxy. Basically, any porous substrate is the same. If you're dealing with concrete, wood, doesn't really matter what it is. If it's porous, meaning it has air in it, like concrete, there's a void. You need to make sure it's free of moisture. You can draw moisture out using alcohol. If you need to, it works very good as an adsorbent for moisture. You need to sand the highs and then just seal it up. And usually after I seal it, I sand it one more time just to get it nice and smooth. And that's all you need. Yeah, this actually is epoxy I'm on top of, guys. So I'm epoxying on epoxy. I actually did a faux wood grain underneath this. So what I'm standing on is actually fake wood that I did a pattern with epoxy. But since I'm such a badass, I'm kidding. I'm joking. You know what? It's just, we're going to keep pouring over this too, guys. So sorry to disappoint. You guys are going to love this. If you like the wood, the fake wood, I'm hoping the marble turns out just as good, because I'm about to do a white marble floor. So this is going to be, I got a call from a real awesome gentleman in Saudi Arabia, and he's looking for some higher end samples to go on some nicer homes that I would have to fly and do myself. And we do fly quite a bit, but I thought if I'm going to be doing white marble and flying that far to maybe do it, I better make sure I have a floor that they're going to like up front. So laminate countertops, the best thing to do is to make sure they're clean, free of oil, grease, wax, stuff like that. But usually sanding is not as necessary as people think. The biggest thing that breaks a bond strength with most materials is usually contamination of the surface with a high-grade epoxy like ours. Now, remember, a lot of my advice is specifically for countertop epoxy products, and we sell very high-grade epoxy, and we have a lot of very specific prep. So always keep that in mind when I'm giving instructions, as it may have a lot to do with other. A lot of our instructions may not work for just any brand of epoxy. This T-bar is a 24.
Good morning, guys. Look forward to your
Good morning, good morning. Thanks for looking forward to that. Thanks for watching, guys. That's an honor. I feel very honored that I have any group out there that I'm able to do something that hopefully you guys can learn from. And I hope some of what I do helps you guys be successful on job sites or your own projects. That's kind of my passion, is helping people actually complete projects and solve problems. So,
where did you get your T-bars?
You know, we sell T-bars here, and we just source really good. A lot of times, if you get a cheap T-bar, the frustrating thing is those applicators, the fuzzes pull out in a really thick viscous epoxy, and so we're really picky as to which ones we use. Materials like this would be about a $400 floor right here. Maybe a little more depending on how decorative you want it to be, or how much prep there was ahead of time. But you could generally get the bulk of this done for around $400. I'm going to be doing a white marble floor here. So we're going over my faux wood grain. So do you guys think this do y'all think this looked like wood? I poured copper, and then we poured gold, charcoal, white. So we have our gold epoxy, charcoal epoxy, white epoxy, and then we just brushed it with the T-bar. I actually ran a V-notch squeegee on it as well. So, and now we're just going over this. These can actually turn out amazing, especially if you were to go ahead and degloss and sand this entire floor, which I was going to do until I got the phone call, and he's looking for some samples. So I'm going to have fun and try to do this. How long is this cure time?
That's basically, it's just kind of
overnight, as long as your temperature is good enough. Now we're just pouring a base coat, and it'll most likely get covered with something somewhat opaque tomorrow for our second layer, so you can really get that better marble look. But you have to do a really contrasting first pour. Thank you, man. Have a good day today. I sure appreciate you. You got to have that contrasted first pour, though. So we want this is epoxy. You roll your body around. If you buy some epoxy here, you can go do your basement and roll your body all over it. Roll other people's bodies on it too if you want to. This is totally zero VOC. There is no evaporative content in this whatsoever. Level it pretty easily. Don't stress about an unlevel floor. Just remember your prep. Try to get everything as smooth as possible. You can grind some really excessive highs, grind or sand your highs depending on if it's a concrete or wood, and then you can always fill your lows. So you do a little of both to really prep your floor. Come to a class here, or watch our lives. Call our office and we'll walk you through it. That's all we do is help people with projects like that. The website is countertopepoxy.com, and the link is in the bio, and you are on our page. So please hit the follow button if you like what you see. If you don't, just be like, dude, I don't like your face. That's why I'm not hitting follow, and I'll do something about it. I'll pray every night and change it. I'll smile more. Epoxy is not very slippery if done correctly, especially if it's kept clean. And you can always degloss it. All my lobbies, and certain epoxies, like really cheap bond coats and stuff, can be kind of slick. But once you get like a really high grade flexible epoxy down, it actually becomes pretty safe. That's all our entryways in our commercial buildings have been epoxy because they're very damage resistant. Really beautiful, obviously, because I did them. I'm kidding. Actually, classes helped me with most of them, so thank goodness. I fly all over the world anytime you want to, so just talk to the office about it, and we'd look at the project and see if we think we could be a huge help to you, and if so, then we'd make sure we found a way to come out and work with you. I usually travel places that just help set up train crews, set things up, finish jobs for people. Maybe I've done a lot of training on jobs where people took a big project that maybe was a little over their heads or a little too stressful, and they wanted me to just show up and kind of give them my take on epoxy, which is what I do a lot, and help them get it done. So I'm going to probably dirty pour this floor. I do have enough clear and accents to do a dirty pour. They have big old spikes on the bottom, guys. Big old spikes. So they're walking up out of the product, and these are my worst shoes I've ever worn with them, I do believe. Spray a little tiny bit of light turquoise here. I'll come right back across there. I hope it looks like marble. This is alcohol. It's 99% isopropyl, and I'm spraying a little bit of our light turquoise?
Yeah.
Light turquoise. And then I'm going to pour my dirty pour last if I can get it. I better T-bar this the last time. See what kind of look we're going to get here. Oh, that's going to look good. You know what? I'm going to do the gold too, though. Do we have shimmer gold? I'll show you guys the floor here. Okay, you guys are alone with me. I don't usually answer a lot of questions. I'm not very good at this, but definitely not good at videotaping. So if you notice all these little divots in the floor, that's actually just from alcohol. So right there, you see these divots right there? I think that reflection's showing. As the alcohol lands, it obviously has a little bit of weight to it, but it has a different density and it's super clear, so it leaves it looking like a divot in the floor until it evaporates out, and then it releases that and leaves the divot. It should be very smooth. So, loving these striations we're getting. So, that's all just from swiping it with a T-bar there, right? So, I hope you guys are having a good day. Oh shit, now I got scared. I didn't realize I thought there was like 23 people. I think it says 2.3 thousand. Okay guys, be gentle on me. I'm kind of a internet virgin. Okay, now just shimmer gold because shimmer gold. Why shimmer gold? Because shimmer gold is awesome. If you have spiked shoes, right away. But I'm kidding, that was kind of a smart-ass answer, guys. I'm sorry. I'm always a smart-ass a little bit. I would usually just say 24 hours. And you get your heat up a little bit. You could walk on it sooner, but there's usually no reason to try to push that too soon, or you'll just run into problems. So definitely let it cure. Any additional heat's going to be a big deal to it. And I want this to be random. I want some really heavy shimmer golden spots, but not everywhere, because I want to be able to whip this into the floor with a T-bar. And I don't want to overmix it, so I'm spraying these colors now. And the more random you can be, the better, in my opinion. And we can always come back and spray more on top, but this layer right here is mostly just to get actually wiped in with the T-bar. You can find everything we're spraying, doing, selling right online. So at countertopepoxy.com, the link is in the bio. These are spiked shoes, and you can buy these right here on our website. So, and they help you slip into them and just help you walk without stepping down into that epoxy. So, all right, now to T-bar this in, that's my final swiping. Remember, always, so you don't get a UTI, make sure you wipe front to back when you're doing this. It's really important. I can tell by the way I walk, I'm a ladies' man. No time to talk. Ladies' man. Ladies' man. I'm actually holding this T-bar off, and there is a couple different T-bars, and most commonly people either do weighted or non-weighted, and I always like the non-weighted because I just want the very slight pressure on top of this. The epoxy flows and self-levels very nicely on its own, so there's no need to be applying a whole bunch of additional pressure to it for any reason. Pouring over concrete, what's your advice? Grind to high spots, fill your low spots when you're grinding over or filling concrete holes. So fill all your little holes, grind all your little highs so you're not just wasting product. Then you want to seal your slab up. So make sure it's sealed and just use this exact product I'm using right now. It's the most flexible, durable resin you'll ever find. So as soon as you finish pouring it, the floor, sealing it and rolling it in, you can apply your top coat. And if you have moisture in that slab, or if you're even worried there's moisture in the slab, I usually take, after grinding it and getting basically all my prep with the slab still unsealed, I'll go ahead and I'll spray really heavy alcohol on that slab to draw any additional moisture out of it. So after you spray the alcohol, hold on, I'm gonna try to step off here. No, you're good. So, sorry, I had to step off the floor. After you spray your alcohol on the floor, let that start evaporating, and then I take in my skim coat, and the skim coat's very thin, just meant to seal stuff up. I'll take that skim coat of product, most commonly mix it with 15% acetone, and really cross roll and squeegee that in, and work every bit of that I can into that slab, and the acetone will allow it to mix with and bind with moisture and still cure out very hard. It works as a hydrostatic vapor barrier. You know how we need shimmer gold though? We need it in a much cooler fashion, so I'm going to do shimmer gold in a funner application method here first. And for no apparent reason, gold glitter. Oh, that's going to look good, isn't it? Okay. Everybody's like, why would he do that? Well, if you saw it in person, you'd know why. Everybody wants to know, why do I just dump glitter in a leaf blower? Because, dude, because why wouldn't I? And if you had a leaf blower that had this kind of bling on it, you'd never get rid of it. So, and I guarantee for all you contractors out there that are like, what an idiot, you wish you could get your hands all up on my leaf blower and do the exact same thing. I know you. I know your little minds. You guys are like, what an idiot that I'm super jealous of. But you could get a leaf blower from DeWalt and a bag of glitter from Countertop Epoxy, and you'd have more fun than you've had since you were a teenager stroking it for the first time. All right, now I'm going to pour. This is going to be an ugly, dirty pour, I think, guys. Pour some black in here. It's going to be crazy. Okay, I'm going to just pour. What the fuck? Just do it all. Why would we do half of anything? Okay, a little bit of gold. Okay, that there, nobody saw that there. I kind of used most of it, so I understand that. Okay, now the silver. And now the oh, she's almost had a whoops. Almost had a accident that made me cuss. Those are not happy accidents. All right, dude. And if you don't like this, then I'm not too concerned with your opinion, because that's beautiful. All the blind chicks say I'm hot and that my floors are the best they've ever seen. Okay, that's beautiful as hell. I don't care who you are. That's money. And it's even separating all that gold. That's beautiful. All right, now doing a clear over this will be very, very fun. I don't know. Do you guys like it? This is your guys' class. If you saw in person, the dirty pour is extremely marbled, and it's very clear. So I poured 2/3 of this, so it's clear. So there's actually a lot of three-dimensional aspect in it. So now I'm just going to go back with my clear alcohol, spray it like I'm partying, and call it a day. And I was going to say, I'll walk them out here and they can see it, and it's going to be if anybody's not sure, they just haven't seen it yet. I'm just spraying some clear alcohol down right here, and it is going to break the floor. It's going to leave like a really fractured effect, and I do not really care. If you notice, we step off the floor onto cardboard, and that's basically just to clean those little spikes off you guys were looking at. The alcohol pops air bubbles and helps self-level the epoxy quite a bit. And I'm creating a bit of a modeling effect in this gold. You can really see it down here where I sprayed all the gold. If you see that kind of fractured spiderweb effect, that's from spraying large droplets of alcohol directly on it. I think it turned out beautiful. Please follow our channel. And if you don't think this is good, I promise I can get better. So I hope you guys are having an awesome day.